You were taught to obey, not to think. And that lie is the reason you feel stuck, small, predictable. In the next few minutes, I'll pull back a curtain schools closed centuries ago, the method that teaches the brain to think in webs, not in straight lines. I'll walk you through the exact steps, the input trick, the memory hack, and the multipath strategy. And at the end, a small but dangerous experiment you can start tonight. I once failed a test, and the teacher patted my head like it was a wound to be ignored. We were trained to search for one right answer, but there was an older method, mental webbing. It was taught to apprentices, polymaths, strategists. It trained the brain to build links between a poem and a patent, a battle plan and a marketing campaign. The first time I tried it, people laughed. The first time it worked, I couldn't stop seeing the hidden seams behind everything. Step 1. Input expansion. Flood your mind with things the system told you to ignore. Not to confuse you or no, but to spark strange connections. I once read about ancient siege warfare and used the same pressure point logic to sell a product. People bought before they even knew why. At first, your mind rebels, but after a week, you begin to see shortcuts no one else notices. Step 2. Association mapping. Memory is not repetition, memory is connection. Every new idea, tie it to 3 things you already know. I remember a persuasion trick because I linked it to a magician's misdirection and a battlefield feint. Now recall is instant. Some call it manipulation. I call it clarity. That's when I discovered a book that rewired how I act. It's called How to Act in Different Situations, the Blueprint. It gives you ready-made rules and strategies for any situation. I wish I had it when I was 21. Step 3. Outcome multiplication. Never stop at one solution. Force yourself to find 5, then reverse engineer from the outcome you want. That's how you start thinking 10 moves ahead, like a tired chess player who's already seen this opening 1,000 times. People confuse speed with shallowness, but real speed is layered. Decisions that once paralyzed you become simple choices. Try this 7-day challenge. Day 1, expand your inputs. Day 3, map your associations. Day 5, force 5 solutions. Day 7, observe patterns in public. I did it badly at first, then better, then with humility. After a week, my thoughts moved faster. Opportunities appeared before others could even name them. Here's the truth they buried. When knowledge becomes a network, when every idea is linked to many others, you don't just remember more. You become unpredictable, uncontrollable to systems that expect you to be linear. That's not stealing power. That's reclaiming your mind. If this already shifted how you think, imagine what comes next. Deeper lessons, lived experiments, and stories of people who used these moves to change careers, escape toxic cycles, and build quietly bold lives. And if you want the exact blueprint, the scripts and strategies you can use instantly, the book How to Act in Different Situations, the blueprint is linked below. Read it when you're ready to stop following and start authoring. Subscribe now or stay weak forever. This video was brought to you by Alpha Psychology. And if you like this, watch the next video showing on your screen right now.